Hello.
Hi.
I
I
hear.
will have to leave early.
Yes, I know.
Unless Chad gets home soon.
Maybe he'll
I'm
get
gonna,
home. Hey,
I know.
Kathy, I see you. Let me unmute you, and you'll be ready to rock. Hold on. There you go, Kathy.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. I just had to unmute you, so we're all good. Unless you want to be muted. I'd love to hear from you. How are y'all doing? I just took a shower in case you were wondering. That's why my hair's wet. But at least I'm clean.
Good.
Not that you care. I just lose track of whether I've showered or not these days. I'm like, it's been a while.
I was looking at my deodorant going, how has this deodorant lasted so long? And then I realized, because you don't shower every day.
Exactly. I know. It's like, I don't think my hair, I mean, it's certainly got gray, but I don't think it's in as bad condition because I don't wash it that much.
No.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to close my closet.
Oh,
Can you see my workout stuff?
yay. All right. Kathy, it's good to see you. Have you opened your kit yet? Has anybody opened their kit yet?
Doing it right now.
All right.
I've opened.
I love it. I wish sometimes you can get the refill of the kit. Hold on, I'm gonna join the Zoom on my phone. This is where it gets tricky. Let me go to my email. So sometimes you can get refills of the kit, and I love doing that because it's only like $7 and you'll have all the pieces and parts of the kit, but not the ink and stamps, which you already have. So, but this kit sold out so fast that there's no, hold on. All right, can y'all still hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So the kit sold out so fast that there was no refills of this one, but I would have bought a ton because I love the bright colors of the kit. I just think it's so cute. All right, so Kathy is one of my newest customers in Little Rock, and Amy is my college roommate.
Hi.
So it's so fun. I love having like all this connection across things. Okay.
Well, Kay, I was going to ask you, I've been working out with Ripped and Rumble. Have you heard of that?
No.
And so, well, it's in Little Rock. It's a brand of I don't know. You have to be Ripped and Rumble certified. Anyway, and the girl, they do it on Facebook Live.
Huh.
And one of the girls is from Central Arkansas.
How cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I should figure out who it is and find out where she works.
Yeah, cool. All right, I'm looking for one more thing here. I may have put it somewhere. I'll just grab something similar. How about this? This will work. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. I know Amy has to leave early. So I think what I'm going to do is just go through each card and put it together. And y'all can put it together as I go, but I'm just going to go from card to card, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to show you the extra card, just so y'all can see that. And you have to leave at 7:30, Amy?
I have to be, yeah, if I'm done, but yeah, I need to walk out the door about 7:35.
Okay, I can be done. You just tell me when I need to be done, and I'll be done. And then
I could always call you.
Yeah. Well, and then what we can do is just, Kathy, if you want to, like, we can just hang out and put our kits together. But I just wanted to go through each card first, in case Amy didn't get a chance to stay the whole time. So, this kit, so cute. I've put one of the cards together. And let me see if I can make this any bigger. Sometimes I don't think I can. I think once Let's see. This is where it starts to get tricky. All right, can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this so on Zoom you can just see what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And actually, I'm just going to move my move the phone down instead of trying to zoom in on it. Okay. As long as I'm in this space, we're good. So we've got 3 cards, and there's 4 of each card in this kit. And before I forget to tell you, I've got this flyer out. Don't quit your subscription, because this is what's coming, and it's so cute. It's gonna have, like, this is next month, and it's gonna have like lots of pineapples, citrus, sunshine, and the point is you're supposed to like make the stuff and then take the box and fill it with a bunch of fun things and give it to someone else. So that's the cool thing about next month's kit. All right, so the first card I'm going to make is this that says hey. And I've pulled out my stuff already. So I've got, I've already done it. I was just practicing that stamp, so I'm going to turn that over. All right, so what you need for this card is the rainbow base. And you need to punch out the, dun, 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 like in my little paper pumpkin box over here. Sounds like a squirrel. I'm gonna pull it all out. So you're looking for the white sheet that has clouds and this little puffy thing on it, but you're gonna pop out the clouds like so, and keep that piece of paper intact because we're gonna use it on another card. This piece, just put it aside. Okay, so pop those out, and then you're gonna look in your kit is it's just some pieces of vellum, like about this big. So compared to the card, it's about that big. So there's lots of vellum in there. All right. So the next thing you need is your little inky pad. And this one, it's a new color. So every year we have 5 new colors. And this year we have a lot of cool ones. And this particular one is called Misty Moonlight.
Again.
We're super excited about it. And we weren't able to purchase the colors yet because they weren't ready due to COVID. And so when I got that one in my box, I was like, wow, so excited. I knew something fell on the ground. It was my stamp set. Okay. So what you're going to do is get the big old stamp that says, hey. All right. And when it's a bigger stamp like this, I typically just lay it down flat, because with these little ink spots, and then you just go like this and just keep working on it until it's fully covered. Tap, 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 tap. And with these see-through stamps, you don't have to worry so much about getting ink on the outside of the stamps like you do with your clear mouth stamps. So now we're going to use our big cloud, and I think the 2 bumps go at the top if you want to be exactly like the picture. So we're going to push that, and it's hey. All right, so that's all you have to stamp on that card. And now we're just going to build it. So on this one, on the vellum, I'm going to put my I use these glue dots, but you can certainly use the little page of glue dots that comes with the kit. It's perfectly fine, but they just kind of drive me a little bit batty. So I'm just going to put like 3 glue dots in the middle, or just a couple in the middle of that vellum, because your clouds are going to cover it. And then you're going to stick your smallest little guy down. And since you're sticking it down to vellum, I'm going to go ahead and use glue dots to get that good and sticky. And then it looks like the hay one is stuck straight down also with glue dots. And then the third one, which is the medium one, is popped up with Stampin' Dimensionals, which are in there. They're these little hexagonal guys. So you're going to stick a couple of those down. Like so. And
So
then
what did you use for the vellum?
I just used 2 glue dots right in the middle.
The middle, okay.
So that way your, if you put them on the corners, you could see them, but they won't show behind that
Right,
cloud.
okay.
And then for the twine, I'm just going to tie an in the air bow, which is, it's like a learned skill, but tie that in the air. Now let me see if I can locate my scissors. Right where they're supposed to be. It's a miracle. All right, and then I'm going to pop that little ribbon on right above this cloud with a glue dot. Now the last thing for this card is to add on our embellishments, which I think may also have, no, I'm just dropping everything. Let's see. For the little guys, let me dig through here. Oh, I see him. Okay, so it looks like they've used one Misty Moonlight one. I like to do mine exactly like the picture.
Yeah.
One Just Jade, and then one Marvelous Magenta. So that's how they distributed those. And that's it. And the cool thing about Paper Pumpkin is the inside is always white, so you don't have to worry about putting anything on the inside. And that card goes with this purple envelope. So once I get it done, I like to just tuck it in the envelope so then it's ready to send. All right, did y'all have any questions about card number 1?
That's so cute.
Awesome. Kathy, you're good?
I'm behind, but I'm okay.
That's okay. We can come back to anything that we do. So let me go with number 2, which is this green card. So I'll go through it quickly and then we'll go through it slowly again, Kathy. So don't stress. You can even just kind of sit and watch for now. And
Okay.
then I'll go back through. We just want to get Amy all up for baby. All right. I had this all pulled out. Let me pull the rest of them out. On this one, you need the green base, and then you need the rainbow and the yellow, the bumblebee little quickie there. So that's it. Super cute. All right. And all we're going to do here is stick this directly down with snail adhesive. Dun, dun, dun. And then we're going to stamp our "Oh Happy Day" stamp. I've already got it on my block here. Oh, that has some orange in it. This is going to be interesting. I didn't clean off my block there. This is pretty dark. It might work. Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay, and then it looks like they just tied a, we'll pop that up with some dimensionals. I like to cover up my dimensionals while I'm crafting. I'll not be able to find them. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, happy day. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is tie on the twine bow. I love this twine. I wish we could buy it, but it's only in the Paper Pumpkin kit. That's the thing about Paper Pumpkin is some of the stuff that's in there you can only get with Paper Pumpkin. Dun, dun, dun. So you're going to pop that right there, cute as can be. And then it looks like they put this is our, I can't think of the name of this color because it caused us all kinds of grief, but it's the light purple posy. what it is. So, and then the magenta and the moonlight deals on there. Ta-da! And then this guy goes in the orange envelope. And then the last card, I made this last night on my Facebook Live. You're going to need this panel that was left on that sheet that you just used. And then the purple posy, it's smaller than the other two, the purple posy base. You need that little piece that was with your balloons, or not balloons,
Yeah.
clouds, those other bubbly things, this guy. All right, and then you've got to dig out that vellum. So there's a strip of vellum that looks like this. You're just going to pull one of those out. Okay, now let us stamp. So I think my stamp is over here. For some reason, this stamp reminds me of, this set reminds me of McDonald's. I guess it's because the arches and
Yeah.
I guess I'm hungry. My family is cooking a Blue Apron inspired meal, so thank goodness Hope is in there because she can do it. Clark gets sort of overwhelmed with the cooking. All right, you're amazing. All right, then what we're gonna do is fold this in half. This goes down with snail adhesive. So when we're putting paper to paper that's not any kind of specialty paper, it's always snail. And it's when we're putting down something to like vellum, like if we're using vellum or glitter paper, that's when we're going to go for the glue dots. So that's how you know when to use glue dots versus. And then so I put 2 vellum dots there and then one in the middle. That might actually show. So I'm going to stick it here instead of on this card. I put it on the edge because I don't want those dots to show. So do what you want there. That'll cover it up okay. It's not like the end of the world. No one is going to receive this card and go, oh, those vellum dots are showing. Those glue dots are showing. All right, so you're sticking that down with dimensionals. Boom. And then your 3 colors here are Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, and Purple Posy. And then you've got your 3rd bow in the air to tie. I don't have my best scissors down here for cutting twine. So sometimes I like to pull it tight and that helps cut it a little. All right, glue dot. That little ribbon goes right here. Ta-da!
Yep.
You're
amazing.
Well, I wish I got to quit saying it, but I wish I had 100 of these kits because I love all the colors.
Mm-hmm.
I do have, Hope has one and she tends to kind of make a few and then be done with it. So I'll probably have all her other extra cards too. All right. Sorry about that arm shot there. Now, when you're done with your kit, obviously you don't have a lot of the pieces left, but you've still got your stamp set, okay? And you've got your ink, although we're not going to use this ink on this card. But I just want to show you how you can step it up and make a whole nother project, okay? This card was actually designed by Stampin' Up. I just sort of modified it a tiny bit. It's a cute little card with some clouds, and we're going to do some sponging. So this is using this new color of paper is called Bumblebee, and this will be available June the 3rd. So this is a new color as well as the magenta paper. It's called Magenta Madness, and it will be available June 3rd. And you can buy it in a pack. So all 5 colors come in a pack. I'll show you the other 2 real quick if I can get my hands on them. Yep, I had them out yesterday. The other colors we've already seen, the Misty Moonlight, and then the Just Jade. And then we have the Cinnamon Cider. So that's the 5th color. So you can get a mixture pack that has all these colors in it. And that's fun because then you have plenty to make all kinds of cards. So I'm going to pull out my pieces and I'm going to send y'all a printout on email that has all these in dimensions. So there's no need to feel like you have to write this down because I'll send you a piece of paper a PDF that has all the information. But our base is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4, which is how we make our basic card. The white piece is 4 by 5.5. It just gives a little edge there. You can see a little edge. And then this strip is 5 by 1/4. It's tiny. And this strip is 3 by 3/4. So that's what you need. This is the Bumblebee and this is the Magenta Madness. Okay, now we're going to move everything out of the way except for our white panel. And then we're going to use we're going to use some sponge daubers. So these are little sponges that they're on little finger things. And they're like 10 for $5 for $5 or something. They're not expensive. They're super fun. And what you're going to do is pull out your cloud stencil. So you can see where I'm going with this probably. We are going to use, when I made this card, I had my Rich Razzleberry ink pad, but it's literally like disappeared out from under. Oh, there it is. Maybe, let's see. I'm doing some gymnastics. Nope, that's Melon Mambo. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I use 3 ink colors for this: Rich Razzleberry, Pumpkin Pie, and Melon Mambo. Okay, so if you want to purchase these are a fun trio to have in your stamp collection. All right, so when you're sponging, what you want to do is get on a scratch sheet of paper. You're going to tap your thing, but then what you want to do is kind of go off on your piece of paper first and get it to where, like, you want it to be not real heavy when you start. Does that make sense? I'll show you what I mean by my other project where I didn't do that. So if you just put it straight down without wiping it off on another sheet of paper, then this is what happens. You get a real dark spot, which is fine. Like, it is what it is. But it's a little cuter if you kind of wipe it off on the other side and then sponge away like this. Okay, so hold on to your stencil. If you really want, you could stick it down with a couple glue dots, but I'm afraid you might rip your paper. All right, the next color we're going to use is Melon Mambo. That's going to go on the inside here. So hold this with a couple fingers. You're going to kind of prime it up over here and then just, you're making a little strip in here. And then the third color we're going to work with is Pumpkin Pie. It's a nice orange. Moving it over here. Now we're going to come back and just fill in this. Now be careful, don't go over there. But you can use whatever inks you have. You don't have to make it obviously orange, pink, and purple. You can use the blue, the Misty Moonlight that was in the kit, and work with that too. I gotta get a little bit more Melon Mambo in here. Oh yeah, there we go. I wasn't seeing the Mambo. Okay, so now you've got that cloud. Yay, isn't it so cute? Then we're gonna take this and just hold it up here. And we're gonna go back to our Rich Razzleberry. And then I'm just gonna go up in this area. And so what you're trying to do is you're making this cloud, but you're gonna come up to this one and just sort of stop. Like, it doesn't have to go right into it. Does that make sense? Uh-oh. That's okay. I did the same thing on my other card. And so what I did is I just made like there was another cloud over here. So just keep messing with it. You'll be fine. Ta! All right. And then the last cloud is the teeny cloud. And it's just all pumpkin pie down here at the bottom. I don't know. I could do this all day. Sponge, sponge, sponge. That's dark. Cool. That's it. So actually this one, I can't remember why I ended up having to cut it out because I did something. I can't remember what happened. Oh, I was like daubing off my daubers onto my actual card. And then I was like, what? Like I did this on the card. So I just cut that out. That's why it looks different. But I like it all sponged down like I did there. And then all we're going to do is take our strip of, where's the long strip? Here it is. This strip of magenta. And we're going to stick that down with a glue dot. Actually, 2 glue dots. About right there. So when you're constructing a card, you want to think about it in thirds. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And you want to get most of your stuff in either the upper or lower or right or left third. So we tend to want to just stick it in the middle when we're making cards, but you really want to split it into thirds. That's like it's an artistic thing. And the last thing I'm going to do is use my Oh Happy Day. It's probably still got some misty moonlight on it, so I'm going to breathe on it. Ideally, I would go wash it, but I'm not going to do that. And we're just going to use the pumpkin pie on that. Ta-da! And then we're going to wrap our twine around our base. Tie it over here, kind of out of the way of your yellow bumblebee strip. So you can purchase the magenta paper, the white paper, the ink pads, the daubers. So I don't know if you know, but I sell all this stuff. If you want to take it up a notch. So you've got all this stuff. Okay. Then the last thing I'm going to do is stick a dimensional here and then here and here. And I just know that because when I stuck it down the first time, it kind of popped up on one of the sides. So I know because I've done it before that it just needs a little extra dimensional there. Done. And then you're popping that down to your magenta base. And since we're just paper on paper, actually, since this twine is here, that's going to tend to kind of stress it. So I'm going to put a glue dot on the 4 corners, and I'm going to put a glue dot on 2 corners, and then snail on the other 2 because I ran out of glue dots. That should hold it. And then that little strip just kind of peeks out there. And then you can use 3 of your little guys. 1, 2. I'm going to use different colors here. Cool? So that's just a little alternative one you could play with and make on your own. I want to kind of fill that in a little bit. Okay, now I'm happy. That was stressing me out. All right.
I would have just thrown those things away, but that's a cute idea.
Yeah, so don't throw the stamp sets away because you can still use those. If you go to paperpumpkin.com, or if you go to Paper Pumpkin on Facebook, they have so many. They have a Facebook page. They have so many alternative ideas to use, and that's where I got this one. So you can just play with all your things. All right, so don't forget next month on the 4th Thursday, we'll do this again. And don't cancel because you want to get this box of sunshine kit, which is super cute. And then I will send an email out with all the instructions about how to make this extra card. so you can play around with whatever. And if you don't have these daubers, you can use any kind of sponge. Like, it doesn't have to be this particular sponge. You can use a household sponge if you want.
Do you
Or
just
even like,
wash them?
yeah, you
with
just
soap and
wash
water?
them. And sometimes I just get lazy and throw them in a drawer. And then if I'm using that same color in, I'll grab it. But yeah, you can wash these out because it's water based. Also, you can use a paper towel too. Like, I've done that in a pinch when I didn't have those sponges.
Well, I got one card done.
Yay! Very good.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
I got you done in time. You won't have to leave your
Yay.
child stranded.
Yeah. So, starting next Thursday, is that next Thursday? Yeah, I actually play soccer Thursday night.
Dang. Well, we'll look at another day.
I know.
No, there's nothing magical about Thursday night.
Okay.
I just try to I tried to do it. I don't like on Monday or Wednesday or Friday, just because
Yeah.
it seems like people are either at church, they're still reeling from the weekend, and Friday they're done. So I
Yeah.
try to stick to Tuesday and Thursday. So we'll find a Tuesday. We'll
Well, hold
figure
on.
something
Chad's
out.
calling. Maybe. Hello? Maybe he's close. Hi. Are you close or not?
Saved by the bell. Maybe.
No, he's just leaving.
No.
So thank you very much.
Yes,
Such
Amy.
cute.
Go get your baby
Yeah.
and tell her I said hello, and I'll stay on here with Kathy and we'll go slow and finish our kits.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, girl.
Hey, Kay, I
All
think
right.
if I just need to see each card to make sure I have
Yeah.
everything lined up with it, and then I'll be okay.
Okay. I have no problem sitting here and making it because that was my plan. So let's go through each one kind of slow. Sorry, I just wanted to
No,
get
that's
her
fine.
out the
Understand.
door. So let's start with this one. You need the purple base. How are you doing, Miss Kathy?
Oh, fine. Now I got that glued on, that piece of bright paper on the purple. I haven't stamped that yet though.
Yeah. You got the bright piece, and then you have this vellum piece.
Yes.
And
And so it just goes in the middle, Kay, that vellum
yeah,
piece?
that bright panel just here. We'll do it slow because I want to get these put together. So you're just gonna stick that bright panel just right in the middle, and just put a little snail on it.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of get up high and center it. All right. Now I have to find my other, here it is, thing that you stamp on. Did you find this little piece in there?
Yes, I've got that ready.
Good. And then You Are Amazing. Of course, you can use Oh Happy Day instead if you want. You don't have to use You're Amazing. What else do we have in there? Let's see.
I found that You Are Amazing.
Yes, and the hay is really cute too, but it
Yeah, I
doesn't
got-
fit on there. So you have to choose between You're Amazing and Oh Happy Day. They're both cute. I'm going to do You're Amazing. All right. So now we're going to get our little inky and tap it on there. Did you get that ink open?
Yes.
It's kind of tricky. You just have to sort of like take your scissor and pop that seam there.
It was well sealed.
Yes, and that's good. So it's not dry. So again, I'm going to take my dot or my spot and just tap it like this until it's fully covered. I just kind of go back and forth, and you can tap it pretty hard. You don't have to be gentle like with our foam pads. This is that canvas pad.
Okay, I have a dumb question. This is the first one I've had trouble with on the stamp. So how do you tell you're putting it on there right? I think I just did the wrong side or something.
Oh, did you put it on backwards?
I may have. That's what
So what you want to see is, no, that's not a dumb question. Let me get one that doesn't have ink on it. Or here, let me go ahead and stamp this real quick and then I'll show you now that it's all inky. So that's a good question. Hold on. Because these will stick either way.
Yeah, I think that's
They're
what I
so
did.
sticky. So what you want it, so you can see there's a side that's solid
Yeah.
and then a
then
side that's raised. And
raised.
so you want that raised side to be against your ink. So put the
Okay, yeah.
solid flat side on your block.
I gotcha. I should have figured that out. But
No, it's not. All this stuff is not necessarily just intuitive. It's like I just rip right through it. And I did you see, you saw my Stampin' Basics video, didn't you?
I didn't. I think.
I think you did. It was, I think you were there. It was where I just kind of went through like, this is an ink pad, this is
Yeah.
a stamp. Yeah. So I'll have to remember that next time to explain how to put the stamps on. All right. So You're Amazing. Let's see if I can find my other You're Amazing. There it is. I'll go ahead
And then
get
that was
that.
the vellum, that little strip that we stamped.
Yep. So the vellum goes under it. And what I will probably do this time is just put the glue dots like around about here so they won't show over here. And you can also just take a little snail. It's not going to show. And just put it right there, like right where my finger is, because it's not going to show since you're going to cover it up with that You're Amazing.
Okay.
That's
I
probably easier. Because of course I ran out of glue dots.
Well, all I've got here to work with is the snail.
Yeah, snail will work too. Oh, let me show you about the glue dots. They're in the kit. Hold on.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Are
But I
these
gotta
little-
find them. Let me find them because I tend to just toss them to the side because they're a little tedious. But
It's
they work.
these little white dots.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I
So
wonder if that's what that was, but I.
yeah. So what you do is you peel off the sticky, the white dot, and it'll leave the glue dot there. Oh, here it is. I found mine. I put them
Oh,
back in the box.
okay.
So
I
you
see.
peel off the white part and it just leaves a little sticky dot there. It's not as hard as I make it out to be. It's really not hard.
I got you.
But I like mine on a roll. But I'm going to use these since I ran out. Okay. So, but this guy, I'm going to pop up with the dimensionals, and those are in your kit. Those look like this.
I got that.
So put a couple on the back of this, and then you peel the backing off.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
Yes.
I love that. So cute. You just holler at me when you're ready for the next step.
I got that on.
Okay, good. I'm just going to stamp this one while I'm waiting. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is just tie a bow.
Now, I think you're more adept at that than anybody I've ever seen.
Years of, well, I've only done it 3,000 times. So I just like make a little ear. Let's see, make a little ear, go around my finger, pull it through. It's really hard to do with twine. And then I just kind of grab it in the middle and I pull this one, and then I pull this one until they're kind of even. And then what I do is I take these ears and I just pull it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of makes those two other things hang down better. You can also you can skip it if you want to. It's not required if it's tedious, or you can just fuss with it.
I may
while
just
you're watching.
later.
Yeah, fuss with it later. And I'll use my glue dot on this little sheet here. Whoa, come here, you little sheet. So I'm going to stick that down. That's how you get glue dots off. You don't like,
Yeah.
what I see people do is like try to get it with their finger. Just lay whatever you're trying to stick right down on that glue dot and pop it
Yeah.
up. And then
Okay.
that's that. And then you're just going to stick some of your little doodads on there. Asterisks. They put one here, and then one here. So cute.
This was fun, and I was so excited to get that gorgeous grape in the mail. That was a surprise.
Oh, good. Yes, actually, now I remember that was the prize from the Stampin' Basics class. That was the door prize. All right, I'm just going to stick these in this envelope so they'll be ready to go. And that's another thing you can do. I'll just tell you, Kathy, and we'll do the next card like this, like what I'm getting ready to tell you. But when I'm making my paper pumpkins, then I usually just pull the all of the same ones out and just do those all together, you know?
Yeah.
And then go to the next card.
I should have didn't have all my, I had it here, but I didn't have it all pulled out, which is what I should have.
Well, normally I'm not trying to go fast either. So, but yeah, it does kind of help if you have it all.
Now I've learned. I'll do better next time.
Well, I'm just proud because last time we tried to do this, it was a disaster. The Facebook dropped and it just didn't work. So I'm not saying I'm never going to do Facebook again, but Zoom has worked so much better for me. Okay, now we're on the cloud card.
Got it.
So pull out so really what we need are the big, so just pull out all your big clouds so we can do all the stamping. So I'll show you how I do it to where I just get it all done. So put out your 3 big clouds and leave the rest over to the side.
Okay.
And that's a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, I see where that would be.
So have you been bored to death? Are you kind of going out and about, or are you staying home?
I'm staying home.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm lucky that I'm able to work from home, but so I really don't have to go anywhere. And I've gotten almost all the groceries I need from Walmart, just pick up. I did finally venture out to the store, but I did not enjoy that. It won't be.
I wish everybody would wear a mask. I'm surprised.
I know.
I
don't.
People do not wear a mask.
I cannot even function on how that is some sort of civil liberty violation. Like that doesn't even compute with me.
No.
Oh my gosh. I can't even. I agree with you. Whenever I start having my classes again, at least initially, we'll be wearing masks, so no worries. And if you don't wear it, you can't come. That's my business, so I'm going to say that's my rule.
That sounds reasonable to me.
So, okay. So we've got our 3 clouds, and then we need this big hay.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can also use Oh Happy Day or the other stamp. So whatever floats your boat. And now this one is a little bit bigger, so we want to make sure it's good and covered. I was just tickled to get this new ink color because we normally are able to buy all the new inks ahead of time, but because of COVID, the ink pads were not ready yet when our ordering time came. So then we're just going to stamp it onto that cloud real quick before it bubbles up. So you want to get it good and inky and press really hard. If you have something that's kind of squishy that goes underneath that, I think you bought one of those, did you?
Yes, it's this little, I've got it.
The Stampin' Pierce mat.
Well, I think it's Stamparatus foam mat.
Yeah, that works too. So yeah, so just stick that under where you're stamping. You don't really need it, but when you've got a pretty filled in clear stamp, that's when you need it. So
When you what stamp? I'm sorry.
a really filled in
Oh.
see-through stamp,
Uh-huh.
then you need to have something squishy underneath it. The only reason I don't have it underneath mine is because I just didn't bring it downstairs. But if you find that it's not making a good contact with your paper, then you just pretend like this is my mat. You put your mat down, you put this on top of it, and then that gives you a good cushiony surface underneath where you're stamping. All right, and then we'll stamp our other cloud. I just want to keep wanting to call them balloons. Dun, dun, dun. Hey. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. So then back to this card. What we're going to do is, and I said to use glue dots on that vellum, but you know, you can use snail too because none of it's going to show. Just keep the snail. Oh, my hands are messy, so they got on the vellum. Just keep the snail towards the center so it doesn't show.
I think I'd put that down with the snail.
Yeah, it works great. And then I'm going to probably strategically place my balloons. So you need your little and your mediums. I'm just going to put them in little families here. All right, so let's put this one down with snail. Let's see, oh, nope, that one goes down with dimensionals. This one goes down with snail. And you might stick like one of these glue dots on the edges of it, just because that vellum is going to make it, just going to make it a little bit special. All right, so I'm going to stick that here. And then Mr. Small, I have a glue dot on my fingernail. Mr. Small, get a bunch, and I'm covering up my smudge with that. And actually, it's supposed to go under that for what it's worth. And then the medium one is the one that you're going to pop up with the dimensionals.
Okay.
Like so. Ta-da! And then I'll just add my little doodads. One, two, three.
Use about 2 dimensionals to pop that up.
Yep, that's all. Just a couple. The only time I use 3 dimensionals is like when I'm gonna do a like a circle. So I'll put 3 on there so it bounces out, but and then I'll just assemble those later. I just was going to show you how, if I'm doing stamping, I just do all the stamping at one time, and then kind of is more efficient that way.
All at once.
Yep, all at once. And then this last part is this called Just Jade. Got your rainbow. So the part you're stamping on is this bumblebee. I'll go ahead and pop that out while I'm at it. All right, let's see. Oh, Happy Day is going to be in the moonlight. Yep. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to clean that up because I got some orange on it. So we're going to, oh, Happy Day. Now that's a little bit smaller, so I can go across my ink spot rather than turning it upside down. And go ahead and do my other one. Have you gotten a new catalog in the mail yet?
No, ma'am.
All right, let me look and see. Some people I mailed catalogs to, and some people I'm going to drop them off. Let me see if I mailed one to you or drop it off. The mail has been really slow right now. I'm sure you're aware. Stampinit.com. Here we go. Let me log in here. Let's see. Yep. So I mailed one to you. So just keep watching out on the mailbox for it.
That'll be a good surprise when it comes.
Yes. And if you're bored, like I've got boxes of them at my house. So just text me and say, I'll come pick one up on your porch. Cause they should be here by now. They're just not. So if you don't want to wait, I'm happy for you to come pick one up on my porch.
Well, thank you. I think I'm fine, but.
Okay. All right. Now, this card. So have you stamped that yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one, we're just going to stick, since we're doing paper on paper, we're just going to do a little snail there. Stick that down. And then this part, we're going to put dimensionals on.
2 again?
2, Yep. Since it's a strip, 2 will do. I just kind of center it across there. And my little sticky on-y things. Asterisks. Got one blue. One.
Well, did you have to supervise schooling?
No, I'm so grateful. We have a 18 and 15-year-old.
Oh, so they're
self-sufficient, and it really wasn't bad. My son is a senior, so honestly, it was pretty much over by the shouting. I mean, he's in college. He has to take AP tests, but he took them on at home. They were like 45 minutes long, so I don't know what to make of that. But and then my daughter had the other type of curriculum, which was basically what they use for kids in summer school. And if you can imagine, just one long series of PowerPoint presentations.
Oh, how fascinating.
It was awful. So I just told her, I said, just get it done. Like, just complete it. Like, and that's really what they said. They said, all they had to do was do it. Like, and their grade, whatever grade they had the third 9 weeks, they couldn't get a lower grade the fourth 9 weeks. So basically, if they did the work, they were guaranteed to get a decent grade.
Yeah.
So I just said, just do it. Don't. Like, I'm not saying don't give it your, whatever. If you have questions, let me know. But I didn't entertain any ideas that was an optimal way to teach children. It was just, and I get it, because not all the students at Central High School have access to a computer all the time where they can get on Zoom when their teacher is on there, right? It's not like you and me right now. Some kids are having to use their parents' computer when they get home from work. And so I do think it's the best way to teach kids when they're all on different stages.
Yeah.
But it was a mess. I hope they go back to school when it starts.
So, Kay,
I know-
what envelope does this one go in? Would you put this one in?
This envelope, so I just have to look at this picture they gave us, and they have it going with the orange envelope.
Okay.
Yep. So that's the one that goes in. So
Yes,
if you ever get,
you want to really, but
yeah, anyone, it won't fit in this one because this card is a note card size. These two are full size. You'll see if you try to put it in there, it wouldn't work. So,
okay.
Yay! Isn't that the cutest? I'm so excited, and we'll see. Are Tuesdays okay for you?
Yeah, they're fine, Kay.
Okay. We may switch to a Tuesday. There was nothing magical about Thursday other than I just try to avoid Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So.
Well, thank you so much, Kay. Now, can I ask one last question?
Yes, of course.
So on this, I've got this cleaning pad, this scrubbing thing.
Uh-huh.
And so do I spray that solution on it or do I wet it?
Yes.
So just use
So
this.
what I do is so let's pretend like mine's right in front of me and it's like this, right? Like it's got one side and then the other side, right?
Yes.
So I spray the spray on the left side.
Uh-huh.
And then just take your stamp and scrub it in that spray and then keep that side dry.
Okay.
And then you bring it over here to dry it.
Okay.
So
great.
that's all you do. Now, if you catch yourself in a position where you don't have that spray, you can just wet this side and keep this side dry. So water works fine. It's just that cleaner works a little better.
Yeah.
And then you take the whole thing and you can run it under the sink every now and then. You don't have to do it each time, but you'll notice it'll start coming out like muddy. Then you just take the whole thing to the sink and run it under there, and all that ink will wash right out of that pad.
Well, I sure appreciate it, Kay. Thank you so much.
Yes, Kathy, I'm so glad to see you on Zoom. And I will send out an email the next time, but we'll pick a Tuesday. It needs to be later in the month because we want to make sure we all have our kits.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, Kathy. Well, you have a great night and let me know if I can help you with anything.
I appreciate it, Kay. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night.